We're here on the main strip in Old Town Alexandria, King Street, which is lined on both sides by shops, restaurants, retail boutiques, you name it. Excellent ice cream shops that I take my kids to myself. And next to me here is the Wharf, one of the old haunts. Some of these restaurants have been around on this block for over 30, 40 years, even more. This area goes all the way up, over Washington Parkway, all the way to Route 1 and beyond to the King Street Metro, where the Masonic Temple is located, and there's some additional shops and density in there, including the U.S. Patent Office located in Alexandria, Virginia. We're going to shoot in a bunch of these different locations to give you all a true sense of what Alexandria has to offer. Old Town Alexandria is steeped in history, unlike most cities in America. These buildings surrounding me now as I walk this cobblestone street, many of these were built in the late or even mid 1700s. We're talking about properties where our founding fathers would have dinner and talk about how they were going to structure the foundation for the United States of America. Some of the properties that we have shown and listed actually have plaques notating that Thomas Jefferson and George Washington actually had dinner in those properties. It's pretty significant, and it really humbles us as practitioners in the real estate space to be able to have that type of history around us and to know that we're following the footsteps of such great individuals. It just adds to the experience and also adds to that flavor and that character that exists in Old Town Alexandria. We are here in the heart of Old Town Alexandria, right on the Potomac River and right across from National Harbor, where you've got the Gaylord Hotel, shops, restaurants, and the MGM Casino just across the bridge from us here. But this is one of the most well-known areas of Old Town and Alexandria in general. You've got some of the most well-known restaurants in town, the Chart House, Black Wall Hitch, and you've got a destination in the Torpedo Factory right over our shoulder, which is a gallery for art, exhibits of all local artists across the area. It's really a cool place to come. And Alexandria and the Old Town area has really expanded over the last 5 years. It's always been a go-to spot, but it's become even more of one recently with the expansion and the growth that we've seen in Arlington and the associated counties. They've taken on a lot of new restaurants, and it has such a cool neighborhood focused feel to it that really attracts a lot of people and makes Alexandria home. One of the nice features about Old Town Alexandria is the amount of green space that they have. They've been intentional about incorporating green space up and down the riverfront here and also into the communities. And that's made Alexandria very pet friendly as well. So you have a lot of people that you'll see walking around with dogs. And even some of the establishments in downtown, Old Town, will put out dog treats or water bowls just to be community friendly and to really spur that kind of pet friendly atmosphere in the city. I'm standing here on Belhaven Road, which connects Route 1 to GW Parkway, out by the Potomac River. This is Belhaven Country Club right behind me here. A little busy road here because it is a thoroughfare that connects these two major commuter routes. But Belhaven is a beautiful community. It's very residential. There are some gorgeous homes. You'll get townhouses into single families in these areas. And a lot of people love Belhaven because it gives you that community feel. There's local shopping options right on Route 1. There's a fantastic pizza joint right down the street here on Belhaven Road before you get to GW Parkway. I have clients that live right here. They love it. They love the accessibility to the park, to the trails, to the green space. This gives you that separation. You're like 5 to 10 minutes tops from Old Town, but it still gives you that ability to get a lot. You can get half-acre or larger lots here in Belhaven. You like the feel of Old Town, but you want a little bit more space. You want a little bit more green space. You want accessibility for trail running, things like that. Belhaven is another great community of Alexandria. I'm here right at the shores of the Potomac River, and you can see behind me here, this is MGM National Casino. This is just over the Roosevelt Bridge. It's super accessible. This is Old Town right behind me here. And then over here is National Harbor. So you have a ton of entertainment and different destinations right at your fingertips here in Alexandria. And this area where I am right now is right off. There's a park, there's people here fishing. This is one of the many green spaces that line the banks of the Potomac River and make this area super sought after for a lot of folks and really anybody who enjoys the outdoors. If you're into boating as well, Belhaven Marina is right here. You also have Washington Marina, which is right up the street, and all that DC, Old Town, and Arlington have to offer. We're here in Potomac Yard, Alexandria, Virginia. This is the northernmost part of Alexandria, bordering over Arlington, Virginia. And Potomac Yard used to be one of the largest transit depots between the north and the south, and one of the largest railway loading zones for the entire East Coast. Today, Potomac Yards has transformed into something much different. This is one of the retail hubs of Potomac Yards, which features a variety of retail centers, all of the big box stores that you can imagine. There's a movie theater, and as you can tell behind me, additional construction that's still going on. This is the gateway into Alexandria, and Potomac Yards now extends south. There is a tremendous amount of residential that you'll see, both condos, townhouses, apartments, you name it. And this is also the site of the new metro stop that just opened up, that has been slated for about 20 years here in the DC market, that now gives you direct access into Washington, DC, and up to Roslyn and Arlington. So it's a really good public transit spot. And with the addition of Amazon and additional Fortune 500 companies, this area continues to grow and is something to watch. We're here in the residential area of Potomac Yards in Alexandria. And next to me here, you can see what is going to be a future development site for another building that will come in here. To our left, you have the Dillon and Potomac Yard, which are condos. You've got the Fraser, which are apartments next to us here. And this property abuts Route 1, north and south, that takes you into Old Town Alexandria. And to our east is the Potomac River and GW Parkway, where there are extensive trail systems for running, biking, for nature lovers, kayaking, etc. This makes it a really good balance of being right on Route 1, where you get all of the commercial component that Alexandria has to offer, but also you can get easy access to the water and trails, and it's a little quieter as you step back from Route 1 here as well. And note that the metro stop is just north of us here by about a block, behind all of this redevelopment that you see here over my shoulder. I'm here outside of the King Street Metro in Alexandria, and that is the Masonic Temple behind me. That was built in honor of George Washington, the first president of the United States. It can be seen from the surrounding area, and even into DC when you're in the high rise. You can always see this as kind of a benchmark for where you are location-wise in the DMV. The King Street Metro is a mass transit hub, serves blue and yellow line metro, but what makes it unique is that it also serves the VRE, which is a transit line train system that runs into Burke and areas like that for transportation in areas further south. But it also services Amtrak, so you can connect from here to Union Station and all the way up to New York City from this location, making it a desirable location for folks and a great place to live and work. I'm here outside of the U.S. Patent Office that's right behind me. It's got an absolutely beautiful arboretum lobby entrance in this building. This was constructed in 2005 after they moved from Crystal City. U.S. Patent Office employs almost 14,000 people. And this area in particular is defined by mostly high-density office. But then as you start to go a couple blocks over, there's a handful of condo buildings and apartments as you go a little bit further west. Also worth noting is Alexandria is a very large area. Alexandria City, which is the incorporated area to include Old Town, is a smaller area that encompasses Old Town and a little bit of area beyond that geographic scope. The difference being Alexandria Fairfax falls into Fairfax County regulations, and Alexandria City falls under the Alexandria City regulations. Your taxes are higher, and you have to know what you get for those higher taxes. This is where working with an experienced professional is going to make a difference, because you've got to delineate these different areas of a town like Alexandria, like a town like Falls Church. Know your market. It's one of the reasons we shoot these videos, is to give you all a sense of what these areas are like, where they're located, what type of public transportation is available, pricing in these markets as well, so that you can make informed decisions and have an idea of the neighborhoods before you even get here. SynergySoldIt.com.